Y'all still stuck in the house or y'all decided to flee to higher ground? Get up out of here, man. They still got us trapped. Still trapped. Can't get out. Can't go nowhere. A little bit of everything podcast. Luck is in the building. What's popping with my people, man? We still stuck inside for a little bit longer unless you're an essential worker. Like me, myself, I happen to be one of them. Been at that hospital in them trenches. You feel me? But, hey, shout out to y'all, man, for thugging through this, even though I know it's been difficult. Shout out to everybody who started listening to the podcast. The numbers went up. You feel me? The last 2 weeks, the numbers went up. And then last week, when I looked at it Sunday, they usually send me a little notification. When I looked at it Sunday, they was down. So I'm like, maybe I need to get back in here and get them something. They probably tired of listening to the old shit. They want to hear some new maniac luck. You feel me? But, yeah, man, we still indoors, man. We still trying to figure it all out, waiting for them to release us to the streets. I know a lot of people ready to just get out there and go rampant and wild. Me personally, I'm not finna do all that. I'm gonna continue with the same program when they finally release people in some capacity. Me personally, I definitely, though, what I'm gonna do when it's cool to like wiggle and move around just a little bit more, I'm gonna go take some pictures, man. I've been waiting to take some pictures. You feel me? And that's really gonna be my first go-to thing. Y'all know my photography thing is my other passion outside of this podcast here that we do on a try to do a weekly basis, but it's a little different when you stuck in the house. You just gotta just chill out, and you don't want to do too much of everything in a couple of days, and you don't want to watch everything in a couple of days. I know a lot of people are tired of just sitting in the house, man. They want to go do something, but you know, it's all good. I know I'm over all of the IG challenges and TikToks, me personally. You know what I'm talking about? I've seen enough dancing and moving and grooving and things of that nature, you feel me? But, I mean, the corona is the main thing right now. You know what? I want to shout out my conspiracy theorists, man. Y'all are a special breed, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say nothing too devastating to make people feel like I'm being condescending, which I kind of am, but y'all interesting breed, bro. Like the whole, you know, they got the little diagrams they show and how far they stick the little, the swab up your nose if you got to get tested for the corona. And people think that they really insert chips into people. And, you know, or they been inserted chips into some of them. Now, listen. I feel like if you're some type of high-ranking official or some type of president or governmental dude or something like that, you know, maybe a chip in you will help you to be located. You feel me? If you're somebody like really, really important. But if you just some woman that gets up and goes to work and takes her kids, you know, out and or takes care of her kids and grocery shops and online shops and get on Twitter and talk a bunch of shit and sit on IG and post a bunch of pictures. Why the hell do the government want to track you? Like, what are you doing that is so incredible that the government, like, we gotta keep tabs on her just to see what she doing? Or if you a nigga who, or dude, excuse me, who frequents the clubs and hang out on, you know, on the block with his partners he grew up with and work construction and get to watch sports when you get to go home and be with your kids. Why the hell do they need to put a chip in you to follow you to see what you doing? I mean, they already can see what we doing if you think about it. They know everything we doing. Cell phones, GPS in the cars, GPS in the cell phone. tell you where you go, all your movements, everything. Like they already doing that. So why do you feel, or do people feel, or conspiracy theorists feel, that they need to insert a chip into our body to follow us and track us? They already doing it. That cell phone that you hold in your hand to your ear, that's enough tracking, period, for everybody. They can find you, the phone company. You can find yourself on there, you know. And then the 5G stuff, man. Hey, listen. I don't know. Maybe I had the wrong terminology of radiation, because these towers are supposed to be feeding off some form of radiation. And you're supposed to, have caused this coronavirus. That's why they got us all in the house, to build all of these towers, so they could speed up the radiation, and that's what's killing us. So, radiation, right? I mean, outside of the hair loss, what else is exactly radiation? Or the symptoms from it? Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headache, fever, disoriented, weakness, bloody stool from internal bleeding, infection, low blood pressure. Now, I'm no doctor, but outside of the fever, ain't none of these really corona symptoms. The fever is one, the cough is another. Ain't no sore throat on here, ain't no coughing on here. Fatigue, okay. I can give you that one. But where the rest of this shit at? If they're emanating this radiation onto us and it's causing this virus, and then, oh my God, and then the Barack Obama video. My coworker, let me tell you about my coworker real quick. So she is a group of few who believe that this whole thing is a setup, and they put this virus into people, and now it's spreading, and the government is finna track us, and it's the 5G radiation, and she hit me with the she shows me something about how the coronavirus can stay in your hair or stay in the air for 24 hours, and it can get in your hair. And I'm like, where you read that at? And she goes to a picture in her phone of an article, not the actual article. She didn't tell me the article. She go to a picture of an article, and it didn't even say the name of the article on it when I was reading. It was just like a paragraph from the article. And so, I asked, she had the hairnet on, and she had the face mask on. And she told me how it could get in your hair, it could stay in there. And I said, well, if it can stay in your hair, like, why your eyebrows ain't covered? I mean, that's hair, right? And she's one of the, not few, but women that still has, like, her natural looking eyebrows. They're not really thick and bushy. They're just there. You can tell they're there. I'm like, so why you don't, why you in here with the shades on or with the whole face shield on so you can cover your eyebrows? And first she kind of looked at me, and then she was quiet, and then she said, just read about it and do your research. I'm like, I thought you the one who presented this to me. I'm walking in here to clock in, and you stopped me to tell me I need to cover my head and all of them things. So it's a lot of misinformation out here. It's a lot of people, like, look at all my martial law people. Martial law was what everybody said was finna happen. The Stafford Act and the broad that was on the phone, who people work at the Pentagon, and like, people was really believing these things. The second they said that the National Guard was here in California, niggas was, oh, here come martial law. Hey, friend, I'm telling you, I didn't see it. I've been reading. You what? No martial law, huh? Maybe it's going to kick in on the second wave of this when they come back. I'm pretty sure it's going to come back around. It's probably going to be the new flu, or partnered with the flu, but it's a lot of the conspiracy theorists, man. They don't care. They go in, they go hard. They say what they gotta say. They'll fight you tooth and nail. But yeah, the Obama speech thing I was talking about was he had this speech back in 2014, I believe, and he was saying that, to sum it up, he was saying that the next pandemic was going to happen at some point, and that he was talking about the world, but he was speaking on, to the Americans that we need to be prepared. We need to have stuff in order, and none of this stuff, nothing was in order. And I wouldn't necessarily say that's Trump's fault, but, he's such an arrogant ass. He probably thought, he thought that it wasn't that big of a deal when it was coming out. And he should have thought it was a bigger deal than it was. But that's not even that's like a human thing. People don't really, humans have two type of emotions when it comes to, like, stuff that they don't understand. They either brush it off like it's nothing, or they over exaggerate and do the most. For example, they say this pandemic is coming, and everybody went out and bought all the toilet paper and paper towels and cleaning supplies in the stores. That's the overdue. And then the people who are just like, it ain't nothing, it'll go away, it's a hoax, or it ain't that big of a deal. You gotta be somewhere in the middle. Like, you should, get your shit together. You don't have to overdo it. Because a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take most of that shit back. And once everything kind of get back rolling, they ain't taking none of that stuff back. That stuff been sitting in your house for weeks and months. You expect us to take that back? Nah, you keeping that, bruh. You came in here and bought 15 cases of water, 4 pails of rice, and 3-4 pallets of paper towels and toilet paper, and now it's stuck at your house. You ain't gonna have to go grocery shopping, or you gonna have to go shopping for that stuff probably for the rest of your life, some of y'all. But yeah, when you do the most, and then you don't want to be the person that just act like it's nothing to see. Like, you gotta everything with moderation. You feel me? Thinking. All right. Let me just pay attention to this. All right, maybe I can get a couple things. I don't need that much. Let me get a couple things. But keep my eye on it. Keep your eye on it. Okay, it's real. All right, let me get a few more things. Let me just make, that's what you're supposed to do. In my what I think. And now they saying that now they're talking about they're not going to let or have concerts, or like they're going to try to keep sporting events with no fans. Like they don't want to, at least at the end of the year for concerts, they're not going to let that large of a group of people be together. And I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks now. Like, when this is all over, when this is all said and done, like for example, people who carpool to work, or people who got to take public transportation, like, how comfortable are you going to be around just complete strangers now? You feel me? Like, the carpool game it's got to change. If they're going to keep implementing the social distancing, the carpool game is completely going to change. Public transportation is going to completely change. Concerts, going to restaurants, going to movies. Like, they're going to have to pretty much like restrict damn near everything, at least for the next, probably to the end of the year.